Then you have your horn. Stop horn. All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You got MrCentralDriver here with a brand new video. We're gonna be filming this out in the garage. And behind me, we got two new bikes that just came in today. One came in earlier this morning, the other one came in the afternoon time. Let's check them out. Sitting right behind me, this is the first one that came in. This is from Heybike. This is the Alpha. Now, I was trying to see exactly what the bike looked like. They had a picture on the side and they don't. But I can see that it is the high frame model and it also is the Galaxy Black. I guess it comes in a pearl white. I think I did want the Galaxy Black and I think I did ask for the high frame because I didn't like the step through design. Then if we come over here, we got the Rattan. This is the LM Ultra. I think this is a foldable bike. This is why this box looks so much smaller than the other one, but I gotta say, this is a heavy, heavy box. This guy was struggling to bring it up here. It only says it's 38 kilograms, but, oh, and we also got the gray one. I guess they have a black and a green model as well. But if you do come up here to the top, it says it's 48 kilograms. So I think this is a heavy, heavy box. I haven't had to move it yet. They moved it all in here for me. I had to get my morning coffee sitting right over there because I got to do that to start the day. And of course, the gardeners are starting to mow the grass on the other house. So I'm gonna try to put these bikes together. I'll keep you guys updated throughout the process, but for now, they're gonna be making a ton of noise. This happens every single time I go film, so it is what it is, but it's a good day so far, and let's get to it. All right, now here we go. Cut the side of the box to get an idea of how they package this up. A lot of you guys like to see this to see how they do things because there are some e-bike companies that really suck at packaging stuff, and this one doesn't look too bad. Maybe a little bit of tape on this, only holding it to the bike just in case this got like ripped up or something, because then this would be exposed on the side for like dents in the box. But I mean, it looks pretty good. It's really hard to see how this bike looks. It looks like it has a torque sensor though. Let me just get this fully out and then we'll do a walk around of this thing. And if any e-bike company is watching right now, please do not keep these staples in the package anymore. Please stop using these. Just use straps, because if you lose these or they pop out of the box or something like that, this is gonna puncture your e-bike tire or your car tire, depending when you bring your car back into the garage. So please, just stop using those.
12 seconds later.
So here is the bike with all the wrapping taken off of it. Now, I do like that they didn't use a ton of it, so cleanup shouldn't be so bad. So it's kind of what you're left with. You know, you got to put in your trash and whatnot. It's going to fill up your trash can a lot. But it's not too bad compared to most bikes. And I didn't notice any damage on this bike whatsoever, which is great. Maybe this is coming off a little bit, but it's like a UL certification right there. We also have that big piece of foam right there, but that's what's holding the bike up right now. And something I noticed is that it has a bungee strap right here. This is dope. So this means that you can use this to put some stuff on the back, because normally you have to, you know, buy your own and figure that out once you have a bike rack on how you're gonna set up your stuff. Another thing I noticed too is when unboxing this bike is that they zip tie the suspension like very far down, because they compress it to fit it in a smaller box, which is gonna save you money at the end of the day. So not to be concerned. Some of the packaging though, taking this off, they used a lot of tape. And you would think you'd be able to rip that tape with your hands, but you can't. It is the strongest tape ever. Makes me feel like a little bitch. But yeah, I mean, it's really, really hard to get that tape off. But check this out. I just saw this. Galaxy Perform S e-drive. Oh shit. I just realized it's a mid-drive e-bike. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It has a different chain in the back. Hold on. Did you guys even notice that? I didn't even notice that. I didn't really go to the website and look at it too much, but wow, that's nice looking. That is like polished and everything, nice and clean. Oh, I'm actually kind of excited for this bike. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I guess this was the one that I was reading about, and they were saying something about you do not want to, I want to say, shift gears while pedaling very hard on this bike. They said to be careful with that. So I'm not 100% sure if we should test that out or not, just to see. But they say not to do that. It's not good. I can see a sensor right here. So check that out. So that little thing right there, for the focus, you can see it goes to that little sensor down there. So it reads it every single time the wheel turns. So that's gonna be interesting. Heck yeah, all right, so this bike has way more going on for it than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be your standard traditional torque sensor bike. Now I'm actually kind of excited for this thing, so I need to get the rest of it put together. Our tires over here, we have a fender on the front. So let me finish this up and see how it looks when it's fully assembled. Okay, so here she is, guys. This is all together. We got the fender put on, the headlights up here as well. We got the handlebars, we got it all aligned. I love when bike companies put this little line right in the middle right there so you can easily know the center of your handlebars. Love that. It seems so simple and stupid, but I love when it's there. And when it's not there, you have to align it perfectly. One thing I noticed, and I gotta show you this when I set the camera down, is when I was trying to use the throttle, it wasn't working with the bike just sitting stationary. So I gotta double check to see if there's a setting we gotta go through. We also gotta lift up the seat because the seat is pretty low. But another thing too, that's gonna make it good for people that are shorter. So I'll probably sit on it so you guys can see how I look on it. But I feel like this bike isn't gonna be super powerful. You can obviously see the specs right here where it says 500 watts and 13.5 amp hour battery, 28 miles per hour is the max speed on here. It's a class 3 e-bike. I just don't know if we can use a throttle up to 28. Maybe there's a setting we gotta change, I'm not exactly sure, but gorgeous looking bike, honestly. Like, I really kind of dig it, and it should be good for off-roading too, because you got these knobby tires on here. So without further ado, let me show you guys what I was talking about, and let me sit on the bike and show you too. So the first thing I gotta do is turn it on, and I was wondering where the power button was at. It's actually underneath this little orange button. So you hit that, and your display comes on, and watch the throttle work right now, but it shouldn't. Yeah, so look, nothing's happening. Now it is in 0, but check this out. If I do go up to 5 and use the throttle, so look, nothing happens. So I'm wondering if there's a setting. It also came at 100%, but as I was going through the settings, if you hit this M button right here, and I'm kind of learning this as we go, you can see our trip, max speed, average speed. Then you go into voltage. It came shipped at 49.9 volts. This is the amps, I believe, coming out of the controller, because it has an A right there, if you guys see that. And then wattage, so it's gonna show us our wattage on the bike too, and this is the time the bike has been on, and then someone's already rode my bike because it's 0.4 of a mile, so maybe some testing purposes. It's still brand new, obviously. Even when I got my Tesla over there, it had like 3 or 4 miles on it, so that's just how it is. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure they tested it, make sure everything worked, you know. And here's what I want to show you on this bike. So check this out. I'm in pedal assist 5 still, like you saw in the last clip, and nothing works. Now this is a torque sensor. I'm not exactly sure how this works yet because I need to go and read over the specs and everything like that. It's like any other product I get, because some bikes come in, some bikes don't, and I don't really go through all the main stuff it can do and can't do. And then again, we got to go into the advanced settings and see all that stuff. But if you start using this, now it starts moving. Now if I do use this, look how that moves with the throttle. And you can hear that mid-drive motor too. You guys probably can't hear it. Maybe if I get closer with the mic. That is interesting. That's not giving much power though. I mean, 500 watts isn't that much, but it's just weird. I've never seen a chainring move the rear. It's interesting. So really curious to see how this bike is gonna be in the long run, how fast it's gonna be too, how hard it's gonna be able to get up to that max speed. But I don't know, it's very interesting. And here's how I look sitting on it. Hopefully I'm not off camera. I'll move back a little bit. So this is with it all the way down, and this is gonna be perfect for people that are like 5'4", 5'5", even probably shorter than that. Look at this. I mean, I am so bent on this bike. So, and I guess I don't have to worry because the throttle's not gonna work. I'm always worried about like pulling my throttle when I get off bikes, but this one, you don't have to worry. So I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. All right, that seems okay. It probably has to go higher than that. But let's just kind of see how it is. Oh no, that's actually not too bad, but the seat needs to be raked up a little bit because I feel like I'm leaning too far forward on this bike. But yeah, that's how I feel on the bike, and maybe towards the end of this video, we'll go take it out for a spin, just kind of see how it is. But we're running out of time, and we have to put this other bike together. So let's put this one off to the side. I'm gonna put the charger on it, and we'll come back to this one. How heavy is this thing? It's heavy. I just realized that this box has them too. I absolutely hate these things. I just saw this warning message. Oh crap. All right, you guys ready for this? Let's get a closer look at the packaging on this bike. Tons of huge pieces of foam. Really looks real compact in here, to be honest with you guys. There's a box on the top, there's a box on the side, and I can see a huge battery right there. So it's gonna be a massive range bike. And I just noticed that these are not 20-inch tires. They don't look like it. Oh, they are. Why do they look so small? Maybe it's just because it's folded up in this small box, but I thought these were like 18s or 16s. But anyways, I will get this out. We'll do a walk around after I take most of this plastic off, because you guys can't even see anything. So here's one thing I wanted to know about this bike is that I did take off all the plastic stuff on this side that was protecting it so you guys can get a better look at it. But can you fold this bike, and is it basically assembled right off the bat out of the box? Because if that is a huge win, and that'll save me so much more time because I'm running out of time today, like I said. So let's pull this thing out. Of course, foldable bikes are definitely interesting. Most of the time the hinges get stuck a lot because you gotta kind of fold it a few times until it feels better, because it's really like, I don't know, it's just stuck together for the first couple times. But let's see. I'm trying to move the bike sideways for you guys so you can see. But all right, there we go. It's locked in place, and let's grab these handlebars, which I guess we got to take this off. This will just fold like that, lock this in place, and then this should just slide right on. Ooh, the cables are really tight, I will say though. Oh, it would help if you undo the clamp, and I'm probably really close on the camera. And there we go. So now it comes all assembled for you. So that is nice. And there's the bike. Make sure you put the kickstand down. It has a little itty bitty kickstand. And yeah, that's the bike. Honestly, it's all together. I just have to take this rest of this stuff off and we are good to go. And they're using the same tape as the other company. What is up with this tape? How is it so strong? Oh my, it hurts your hands. Ooh. I feel like I gotta work out. I need some big beefy hands. Wait. Oh, we have a bell. Just found out we have a bell. All right, let me get the rest of this stuff off. Okay, I lied. There is one part you gotta do. You have to put the pedals onto this bike. Man, that's so much work. All right, 2 hours later, the pedals are on. And I got a new friend to join me. He's watching me build bikes. Hey, buddy. Oh, whoa. All right, so I opened up one of the boxes and realized that there are tons of screws, washers, nuts, and these are, I guess, foot pegs for the rear passenger person that's gonna go down there. And also, it comes with this. So I'm assuming some of those screws are gonna be for installing this, because this does not come on the bike. So that is super cool. I don't think I'm going to use it, to be honest, but maybe I might install it. Just as of right now, no, but I will get the foot pegs put on in a sec. All right, there we go, guys. The Rattan bike is officially together. This is what, the LM Ultra, I believe. Has a huge battery on it. Those little foot pegs that were had to be installed, they already had the bolts on the bike. You had to put those main bolts through the plastic. Don't tighten those too tight or you will snap that plastic, because it's basically just holding on by plastic. There was no washers there. I decided to take the rear of the seat off. It's kind of like a bench seat, so you know, you can kind of rest up against it if you have someone riding with you. I'm never gonna have anyone riding with me. I did notice that some of these screws were loose. So these two right here on the box, that's where the controller goes. Those were loose, I had to tighten those. But here is the size of the battery, if you wanna see that. Huge, huge battery, man. So this should be a really good bike for range. I'm actually real curious on how fast it is. Now I haven't even turned it on yet, so let's see if it even turns on. So here's the on button. Let's see. I saw something pop up and then it just went away. I'm assuming the battery might be shut off somewhere, or maybe you need the key, because I did come over here earlier and I hit this and it's flashing red. So they gave me a battery that doesn't even seem charged at all. So let me get the key, because I do think you have to turn it to the on position first. And let me find that, because I didn't see the key anywhere in the box. Oh wait, here it is. It's on the handlebars. I knew that, guys. I was just playing around. So now that we have the key, let's put this in. This should be to the on position, because on is up. And now we should be able to turn the bike on. There we go. Now let's see if out of the box we raise this. It's already in pedal assist 5. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see if I move the bike up, because I don't want it to take off from me. Let's see. Oh yeah, looks like it's unlocked, ready to go. So it's probably gonna hit about 28 miles an hour, 27 roughly, because there's no load on it. It says the battery's at 80% though, so let me check that again, because maybe now that it's on, it will give me an updated thing. Oh, well, the battery percent went up. It was flashing red, now it's green. But anyways, it's nice that it has that. The battery is removable. There is a button on this side. I believe it's on, let me go to the other side and I'll show you guys. So you come over here, you just push this in, I believe. Yeah, if you push it in, then you can access your battery and you can pull it out from the top. And I thought there was a loose piece of plastic. Oh yeah, it is loose right here. It's kind of, you can push it up and down. But yeah, that's a nice feature. It does make the seat feel a little tiny bit loose, and I did tighten the seat as much as possible, and it's just gonna have that play because it's resting on this little button right here. It looks like a suspension seat post, by the way, too. We're just gonna have to see about that. But yeah, not too bad of a bike. Let's get the helmet on and wrap up this video by testing these out and just kind of get a feel for them up and down the street real quick. And don't forget to smash a like on this video. Now, you guys see my t-shirt? MrCentralDriver. Hey, let's go. All right, so I figured we're gonna take this bike first, and I wanted to make sure that was gonna clear the kickstand because it looked like it was super close when I put these on. Do not stand on these if I didn't mention that, because they are just for foot placement. If you do stand on these, I feel like they will break the bolts off. The metal bracket's strong, but the bolts are very small. So since this bike is already on, whoa, you gotta sit super close to this bike. Whoa, I'm gonna have to adjust some stuff because this is just, I feel like this is me sitting normal. I'm way up here. Oh, and there's a suspension seat post, just what I thought. It's one of those cheaper ones, but hopefully everything's tight because this bike came ready to go. What was that? What was that? This bike came ready to go. We're already off-roading. All right, let's see what throttle does. Decently fast bike. I think it's because it's pretty light. Now, I don't know any information on this bike yet, but it's hauling. It's definitely hauling. Not too bad. I don't know what this Tesla's doing, but we're gonna go around. I feel like they couldn't back up. Did a 6-point turn backing up out of their own driveway. All right, I like that it says a power right there too. So you can see our power. I am in sports mode and I'm leaned back pretty far. So this doesn't feel natural being this far back, but I want you guys to be able to see everything on the screen. It says we're doing 30 miles an hour. This mostly feels like 28. I'm not gonna say this is 30, but I can see it probably hitting that. We aren't at a full battery charge. It's now dropping to 60 now that we're on the gas. Or I should say the throttle, the electric throttle. Let's see how the pedals work real quick. Oh, okay. A slight delay, but they work just like the throttle. No issues. Let's hit some of these buttons. So here's the I button. The I button goes to the odometer. I've almost already done a mile on this bike so far. I don't know what high time means, but cool. All right, so this bike does not need any unlockable features right out of the box. It is like ready to go. It is not too bad. Move out the way. Another safety thing about this bike too is no one can just get on it and ride away. You don't have to, but you can pull the key out and you're good. If you do want to pull this battery out, and again, this is not a full review, we'll go over this bike. You push it in, turn it to the unlock, and then you can pull this whole entire battery out. Not going to do it right now, super heavy battery, and then you want to lock it back in place. It locks with this little thing back here, if you can see it. See how that goes away? That's what holds it in place. And then, all right, so let's go to the next bike. So this bike has been charging for a while. Again, I think it was at like 100%, but I mean, it's still charging. But it's only been on the charger for like maybe 45 minutes. Not too bad. We're gonna leave the brochure and everything on here. What does it say? For your better all-terrain adventure. Oh, okay, cool. It kind of walks you through the display and how to get to certain stuff and what it's gonna tell you. What does this say? It says, let the good times roll. Oh, so is there an app? Oh, cool. So this bike has an app. Yeah, you can download it on there. I believe I did this with my other bike, and you can register it on there. You can change some settings, but you don't really need to. I don't think anyway. Maybe that's how we unlock it to go a little faster. All right, so let's test this one out. Hopefully everything is tight. Pretty sure I went through it. It sucks because like I can't use the throttle to like move. So that means I gotta get started with the pedals. Oh, wider bike than the other one. All right, so, whoa, 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 that was interesting. Oh. Whoa, whoa, that feels weird. All right, so I definitely have to shift because it's not giving me any power because I'm not connected because I am in the lowest gear. So let me go to a higher gear. All right, so they say not to shift when you are pedaling aggressively. I don't know if that's just because of the system on this bike. I do wish the throttle worked though. So if I start moving with the pedal, this feels great, but I mean, it is gonna be a workout bike for sure. So let's just use the throttle now. So I see all that moving, but it's definitely not giving us enough power to keep going faster and faster. We are losing speed. All right, so let's let off the throttle. Just use my feet. Oh damn, that does give you a decent amount of power, especially in the higher gears. Oh, you're definitely connected to this bike. You want a pedal bike? Mid-drive? Oh yeah, that feels great. However, I gotta downshift. All right, let's go. So you're gonna have a slower start if you're in a taller gear. Ooh, the shifting is pretty rough on this thing. They definitely said to not shift it aggressively or shift it when you're pedaling aggressively. I don't know how you'd get away with that because you would have to stop pedaling every single time. Now, what are these? I see these little buttons right here. Has turn signals? There's a turn signal on here. Hold on. Oh, wait. There is a turn signal. Oh, cool. So there's one right here and then one in the back too, huh? Hey, cool, awesome. And then you have your headlight button and that's cool. Then you have your horn. Stop horn. Stop horn. What the hell was that? It's like, charge me. I think the button's getting stuck. All right, so I don't know what that was about, but two interesting, completely different bikes. Let me make sure to turn this off so it doesn't take off, even though the throttle doesn't work when it's just sitting stationary. But yeah, that should be it. All right, guys, and there you have it. That's the whole entire video. Hopefully you guys didn't think it was too boring. I just wanted to come out here, put the bikes together, because a lot of you guys like to see content like this. It's just kind of everyday stuff. This is like stuff I have to do behind the camera when I'm not filming videos. So if you guys just think it's easy to get a bike sent to you and then you just start filming videos on it, you have to spend a few hours putting these things together, and then you might come across some issues, and if you do, you have to contact the company. There's a lot of emails that go back and forth too, but appreciate you guys. You're the true MVPs for sticking around to the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one when we review probably one of these bikes.